Hey everybody. So I need to talk about some things, and I want to vent a little. Since my grandmother just went out, I'm going to vent a little. Now, I don't know if you've been following me for quite a long time on here or subscribed to me for quite a while. Um, I've been through a lot of crap. Like I really just have. Um, and I want to reflect on my childhood a little bit that I never did before. So growing up, I had a really, rough childhood kind of thing. I didn't get to do the things like a lot of other kids did. Um, I was left out on a lot of things. I never really had any friends. Nobody really to talk to. Nobody really ever bothered with me in school or anything like that. Actually, the kids always made fun of me in school. I'm gonna really be honest with there. I always got made fun of in school. And just a lot of things happened. After I had my apartment, after the apartment fire, it took me like 4 years just to recuperate from that mentally because it was such a thing that you just never get over. I had a tough time getting over it, to the point where I needed mental help. Um, it was really bad. I couldn't talk about it with a lot of people. I had nobody really talk to. Never had a person I could sit and talk to about things like that. Um, I had to see psychiatrists for things like that to put me on medication. Um, I had to be. It was. I had to be put in a program where I could get help because of how bad the fire really did on my mental health. Um, on the 20th of May 2017, as you all know, I lost my grandfather at 73 years old, died of a heart attack. So that took a lot of my mental health as well. And at the time, I still wasn't over the fire yet because it still was bothering me. And so upon that, I lost my grandfather. Um, all that, it was too much. It was a lot to deal with. My childhood was very rough. Like I got smacked a lot as a kid, um, for things that I didn't even do. I could never go to my parents and talk to them. I could never go to my grandmother and talk to her about things because it was always like you'll be fine, get over it, and shit like that. Um, so I really had nobody ever else to talk to, and even after all this happened, and I had nobody. Um, I used to try to talk to the teachers at school about things, but it was mostly I got ignored, um, for whatever reason, because that just was their thing. They didn't really care and stuff like that. And then 2023 was like the worst year for me. I was still getting treated like crap, um, by my parents and stuff like that. It was again, I always get called names and shit. I'm so used to stuff like that anyway, but it still hurts. But I learned how to I was at a lowest point, my lowest point in my life, and couldn't get over it. Like I could not get over it. So I was finally able to get over it by myself. It took months, like all last summer, it took months for me to get over what I was going through. And I did it on my own. Like nobody had nobody to talk to, nobody was there for me, nothing. I had nobody. And so it was a very rough time, very rough time for me. You know, you just don't know what someone's going through in life. So it's always good to be nice to somebody because you never know what they're going through. And whenever I would try to talk to somebody at work, I would get ignored, or you know, people just didn't care that much. But they acted like they cared, but they really didn't, unfortunately. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of things that I went through in life that was just really rough. Not only that, I cried a lot last year. I also mourned the loss of my cat Emily of 15 years. I lost my cat on May 23rd, 2022, due to stomach cancer, and that really took a major part of my life as well. Like that was another thing that happened to me, and with all that happened, I kept getting sick. Like I continued to get sick to the point where I was getting bronchitis constantly, and just kept getting sick. Had the flu for like a week and a half. Um, you know, just because I was so upset that I just was sick to my stomach and the stress and all that. I also had a very bad experience on January 13th, 2023. I had to go for my blood work for the first time in a long time, obviously, because you know you get it every. And I was told I had something wrong with my liver, which was they sent me for another blood work. During that time, because I'm a religious person and I have faith in God. I actually had a priest come to the house and bless the house and bless me, and everything turned out fine. It was a miracle. I was very nervous with that. I got scared and I was just crying a lot last year. So a lot of things happened that I never really talked about. Um, so yeah, I'm surprised I'm here today to talk about this stuff, because when you got nobody to talk to, you're alone. You don't care at you don't care at that point. You know, you just don't. But this is not for sympathy. This is to spread awareness about how I grew up and how I've overcome things that happened to me over the years. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and please don't hate on me because that just makes it worse. So long, everyone. God bless.